What are the primary ways of filtering? I want to call this like a money shot filter. Is there a big X on the chart telling you wait for it? What is my absolute favorite thing when we're on live streams that I'm like, is that a blank?
Are there any videos where Vinny explains how to filter trades and do the analysis?
Question was, are there any videos where Vinny explains how to filter trades and do the analysis? But maybe you were thinking of this in two parts. So particularly around filtering, what are the primary ways of filtering? Well, let's go through several. At the bottom right of my charts here, you can put this favorable direction indicator at any corner. You can have it up here, all four corners on a chart, or you can have it central. On some of the default templates, I actually have them right here dead center for you because I think it is a very important high time frame filter. Tells you what is the bias on the day currently. I would call this filter 1, would be if you're trying to pick direction. And when you're saying filter, I'm literally saying direction filter first. I'm not talking about take a trade, not take a trade, as we move into the MACV for that. Again, I'm going to dump a lot on you right now. Okay, so don't be overwhelmed. But I'm going to go, here's the thought process. This is direction filter number 1. This is direction filter number 2. The entire MACVU histogram there, we talked about there, that is in the documentation section and free for the community members. If you are just part of our chat there in Discord, you have this for free. You don't have to be a premium member to have that. So 1 and 2, direction filter. Let's talk about, is it time to take a trade filter? Okay, so I want to call this like a money shot filter. Like, what's the best opportunities? Well, we have this one focused in on this area down here. This is the MACV. That's the MACVinny, because not to be confused with the MACD. And this little zone, this yellow zone here, you can make this whatever color you want. If you turn this filter on, then this makes it very simple for when are the best trade opportunities. They are when you are outside of this zone. And this is a standard deviation zone. There's nothing tricky or magic about it, but it is a 1 standard deviation right here. Inside of 1 standard deviation, I mean, you're going to have more heat. They're going to be looser. If you've watched trades that happen inside of here versus ones that hit outside here, these are the ones that are they're snappier. They're going to happen quicker. You can also use this as you can count how many trades you should take scenarios, which keeps you out of taking too many trades and keeping you into the best trades. So look at the time right here. From 8:30 this morning, you can literally see up here how many trades you should have taken so far. 8:30 to 9. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. Makes sense? So, I mean, there may have been tons of trades down in here, other trades, but if you took them 1, 2, and 3, where we popped right up outside there, you'll find yourself being able to, in my opinion, for me, I like to take the trades when we are outside of this zone better. This is a very easy way to know, am I going to take that double cross, double move right now or not? If I'm inside this area, I can leave them alone. That doesn't mean that they're not going to work, but you'll generally find that, the speed will be a little bit off there as well. Inside of there, you get, like even right now, it's like a loosey-goosey in here. Yeah, this Enigma popped up. Right now, we're right in that zone. Another one of those filters that I like to use is called the flat line itself. If we've had a move down and we come right back up, right as we touch this spot here, I literally will turn the Enigma off. I'm like, dude, I do not want to take any Enigmas when we are flat. Even the Enigma, the most powerful setup that I've got with the multi-confluence, everything that's going on inside of that, real-time order flow, boom, I still don't want to play that if we've just hit the flat line for the first time. Now, the reason I say when we hit the flat line for the first time is because there is a play off of that we've talked about multiple times using this same thing. That's why this is a primary filter for us. If we have been doing like this on the flat line for a while, now I want to turn it on, and I would probably turn it on when it's right about here. If we have sat on that flat line for any period of time, now it actually works in my favor, especially for Enigma, by the way. I'm talking particularly Enigma entries, which are still, in my opinion, currently most powerful entries that we have. The Enigma entries, I will turn them on if we have been sitting on that flat line for a while, and then boom, I want to take it as we move off, and that will end up being a distribution leg. Get to catch a distribution leg off of that accumulation on the flat line. So those are our two primary filters. Then let's get to the wait for it filter. What are we talking about here? What's on the wait for it list? Impulse leg, overbought, oversold. Kind of just talked about one outside of the fiddle zone. Wait for double delta or the ready up. Double delta, ready up. So wait for the double delta. Yes. Divergence triangle. Yes. And these are things kind of on the higher time frames or that are indicating something from a higher time frame that will go, hey, come play with me. About a double Bollinger touch. Oh yeah, king timing after an ignition bar. You might be going, oh, I gotta wait for all these things. No, any single one of these can be used on its own if you are looking for a trade. The speedometer, we'll call wait for good speed. That could be your psychology filter, right? Is there a big X on the chart telling you wait for it? Maybe a timing thing like wait for the 940 to 950. We'll call it a TOD, time of day. Or let's say you're waiting for, the final 7 minutes of the day, right? Lucky sevens, cave touch, new bar. There's a good list of the wait for it items when I'm looking around the charts for a, hey, can I go right now? Like if I'm ready for a long, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready for long any moment. You'll hear me because look at the current conditions, the speed's looking good and whatnot. Now I can wait for any one of these things. One of my absolute favorites. So if you're like, well, what about, what are some favorites right here? Put stars by my favorites. A double delta, hold holy shnikes, you get yourself a double delta. What is my absolute favorite thing when we're on live streams that I'm like, is that a blank or LDT? I can wait for a four-legged dog trap. So I can wait for a four-legged dog trap and then take my direction. Okay, almost a play by itself. I can wait for a four-legged dog trap, and then after the four-legged dog trap, I can wait for the next entry. And at the same time, some of you guys know, like, I jumped again and I just jump in on ahead on these, okay? But I'd like to wait for now a double cross entry, or now an enigma after the last four-legged dog trap, or a J hook after a four-legged dog trap. In fact, that's another one, a J hook, right? A J hook on a higher time frame, a larger play. So wait for a J hook. Don't play it directly necessarily, but then play for an entry after the J hook is set up. Now wait for the next enigma, or wait for headshot, double dot, one of our entry strategies. So wait for any one of these and then take our entry. Enigma's the first one that comes into mind. Moonshot, double cross.
Download your 14-day free trial at AlgoBoxPro.com.